An Arctic blast is pressing through the area right now. The end result, single digits tonight with sub-zero wind chills expected. A very, very dangerously cold night. We'll track it coming up.
He's got a burn on his hand about that bigger end.
I'm Mike Byer in Laurel County, where a man is behind bars for lighting an 8-year-old boy's hand on fire. I have the details coming up.
A 6-year-old murder victim and his surviving siblings are being called soldiers.
What my children went through is pure evil.
We'll show you how the Versailles community continues to support Logan Tipton's family.
WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
Welcome winter. Thanks for watching WKYT on the CW Lexington. I'm Kristen Kennedy. We are tracking another cold front moving across central Kentucky tonight. It's bringing with it some snow and very low temperatures. That is why tonight is a WKYT First Alert Severe Weather Day, and that is why we begin with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
Those temperatures are going to tank, Kristen, as we head through the rest of the evening and especially overnight and early tomorrow. That's when you're going to feel kind of the worst end of all of this, as temperatures will be hovering in the single digits, and they won't recover much during the daytime hours tomorrow. You can already see the cold air getting into place. 16 in Covington, 21 in Louisville, and the rest of us are running in the mid and upper 20s. So plenty cold out there. It's just about to get worse. That's going to be the bigger concern overnight. There you see the snow showers that we've been tracking. Now, so far out of these, and out of every report I've been able to grab a hold of off of Twitter and Facebook, nothing major coming of this snow. You might get a little on the ground briefly, but it's kind of blowing around with some of the gustier winds that have been pressing through as well. But you could, realistically, especially when the sun goes down, especially in eastern Kentucky too, see maybe a very light shot of accumulation. But here is our real concerns as we move forward. Look at some of these wind chill readings early tomorrow morning, sub-zero. That comes with single-digit actual air temperatures. We will track them out a little bit further, and we'll also track beyond the cold the next snow chance coming our way as well. I'll have all of it coming up.
Tonight, a Laurel County man is in jail accused of pouring lighter fluid on a child's hand and setting it on fire. London police have charged 27-year-old James Starks with assault and wanton endangerment. They say the child has severe burns. WKYT's Mike Byer is talking to the child's grandfather in our top story at 6.
He's got a burn on his hand about that bigger end.
This is what the hand of Brad Crow's grandson looks like these days. No, the bandages aren't covering up a few scrapes that most 8-year-olds tend to get when playing. Instead, the little boy's hand has severe burns.
It's definitely a second-degree burn. It's not a first degree. It's not just redness of the skin. It's removal of the skin.
London police tell us they arrested 27-year-old James Stark III after he admitted to officers that he lit the boy's hand on fire, saying it was a part of a game they were playing Thursday night.
Who plays a game by catching somebody on fire?
Stark is currently being held here at the Laurel County Detention Center, charged with wanton endangerment and assault.
He can be there forever as far as I'm concerned.
Crow tells us that Stark is his daughter's boyfriend. However, Crow says he's disappointed in his daughter because she and Stark didn't take the little boy to get his burns checked out and instead sent him to school the next day with just a Band-Aid on his hand. That's when the school stepped in and notified police as well as Crow.
He's got another appointment tomorrow.
Even though the 8-year-old's hand is badly burned, Crow tells us his grandson is expected to make a full recovery. Meanwhile, he says Stark is a dangerous person who needs to stay behind bars before he hurts someone else.
I don't want that to happen to my grandchildren, my daughter, or any of my family.
In Laurel County, Mike Byer, WKYT.
The child is now with his grandfather. Police say Stark may face additional charges. A Floyd County man is in the hospital tonight after police say his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend shot him. The shooting happened on Old Country Road in Harold around 7 last night. State police say a woman called saying her boyfriend, Stan Lee, shot her ex, Eric Edmonds. Troopers say Edmonds drove to the woman's house to confront the couple, and when he refused to leave, Lee shot him. Emergency crews took Edmonds to Pikeville Medical Center with possible life-threatening injuries. So far, police haven't filed any charges. A woman accused of helping her boyfriend after police say he murdered his father pleaded not guilty to charges. The Commonwealth Journal reports 22-year-old Amanda Braddock was arraigned Friday in Pulaski County on several complicity charges. Braddock's boyfriend, 31-year-old Jedediah Van Wormer, is charged with murder and robbery in connection with the death of his father, Edward Van Wormer. Police found Van Wormer's body buried under a concrete slab at his home. The Versailles community is continuing to support a family after the death of their 6-year-old boy. Logan Tipton died during a violent break-in at his home last month. Today, the mayor of Versailles and the American Legion there honored the Tipton family. WKYT's Hillary Thornton was at the ceremony, and she joins us at the live desk. Hillary, what did they do for the Tiptons today?
Well, Kristen, it has been more than a month since that tragedy hit the Tiptons. Today, a perfect example of how the community continues to rally around the hurting family. While 6-year-old Logan Tipton was obviously too young to have served in the military, the American Legion post in Versailles is still making sure that both he and his family are honored for their bravery. This afternoon, members of Post 67 and others from the community, including the Versailles mayor, came together to honor the Tipton family. Coins and a folded American flag were given to Logan's parents, Dean and Heather, while each of Logan's siblings, who were all in the home when their young brother was killed, ages 11, 9, 7, and 4, all received commemorative coins. The post commander calling both Logan and his siblings soldiers for their family. It is a recognition and a show of support that their parents say is greatly deserved.
I can't imagine what they went through that night. What I went through was horrible, but what my children went through was pure evil.
Every one of us here that are Legionnaires have our own scars, and unfortunately these kids, they've got theirs.
Now, the family thanks the community for the continuing outpouring of support, and they say they know little Logan is smiling down. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, back to you.
And we will have more from today's special ceremony later tonight on WKYT News at 11. Lexington police are looking for a man accused of robbing a gas station early this morning. The robbery happened around 7:30 at the Shell gas station on New Circle Road. The clerk there told police a man in gray hoodie came in, pulled out a pocket knife, and demanded money. The clerk handed over some cash, and then the man took off. Police released this photo of the man this afternoon. They say he ran toward the railroad tracks. Tonight's Democratic debate is the last before the Iowa caucuses. The 3 candidates running for the Democratic presidential nomination will face off in Charleston, South Carolina. A new poll came out today showing Hillary Clinton holds a 25-point lead on Bernie Sanders. The Vermont senator's numbers are surging in Iowa, and he is maintaining an edge in New Hampshire. Martin O'Malley will join Clinton and Sanders on the big stage tonight. Clinton and Sanders spent their day so far on 4 morning news shows.
I think we should be defending the Affordable Care Act. This is a historic achievement for our country. It certainly is for President Obama. We are making progress. I want us to protect it, to defend it, and to improve it.
Anyone who says, as the Clinton camp has said, is Bernie is going to dismember health care in the United States of America, is going to do millions of people will no longer have the insurance they have, that's nonsense.
The debate starts at 9. The Iowa caucus is February 1st. As those temperatures continue to slip, the number of people packing into homeless shelters continues to grow. The Beacon of Hope shelter in Clark County says they won't turn anyone away, but they are feeling a strain on their resources right now. They're asking for donations. WKYT's Mike Linden is in Winchester.
With Mother Nature knocking on the door to start the week, volunteers at the Beacon of Hope homeless shelter in Winchester are gearing up for the harsh temperatures ahead.
We're able to provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner, a warm place for them to be. And, we think it's important to show them that we care enough to have this open for them all the time.
With the shelter already at capacity, Wright says costs in the winter can run high.
It's about $25 a day for each resident with food, heat, everything that's factored in.
She says without help from the community this winter, their supplies would quickly run out.
Wright says if donations stopped coming in, all of the food and supplies in this supply room would be gone in a week.
Volunteers say providing 3 hot meals a day for 40-plus residents, including children, isn't easy.
It's tiring, and sometimes it's difficult.
Cornette says with steady donations of food, she can do her part to help her fellow residents this season.
I'm glad that it's like this. I couldn't imagine being thrown out on the streets all day long with nowhere to go, not knowing anybody.
In Winchester, Mike Linden, WKYT.
The shelter on Talbot Avenue in Winchester will accept donations any time of day.